Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So for those who don't know, I'm Alicia and I've been interviewing inspirational people to find out exactly how they've become who they are today. This week I interviewed reality TV star from the Netflix series Selling Sunset, Maya Vander. Here's how it went. Hello and welcome to the channel. Thank you very much for your time. If you could just start off by introducing who you are.
All right. Hi, good morning, or I guess good afternoon in your time. I'm Maya Vander. I am one of the cast members in Selling Sunset, and I'm also a real estate agent. Believe it or not.
When you started at the Oppenheim Group, did you ever think you'd end up on TV?
I was the first girl, and I always proud to say it. It was just me, Jason Brett, and another guy. His name is Graham. And I started back in 2015. And when I joined the group, I always thought, you know what, Jason has such a cool office, such a beautiful marketing. Even just with us, we can totally be on a reality show. And I was always just joked about it. And sure enough, 2 years later, the producer pitched the show. Meantime, we had all these girls coming in. And yeah, here we are, season 2.
So, how did you get into real estate?
My mom told me, why don't you go get your real estate license? And I decided, you know what, why not? I was working in a clothing store. And I figured I'm already in sales, and why don't I try to sell something more big and with more money? So I took my license and I joined a small brokerage. And then I kind of like, okay, what do I do now with this license? How do I even get started? And that's the hard part. Getting the license, it's the easiest part.
So, if someone wanted to get their license, how do they go about doing it? Is it just an online thing? How do you actually?
Yeah, so I'm very old school, so I like to go to an in-person class. I like to see the instructor, but you can definitely take those classes online. Actually, I'm doing my broker's license now, and I'm doing it online. And by the way, there is a difference between agent and a broker. Agent, you have to hang your license under a broker because he assumes all the liability. So that's just the difference between the two. So you
Okay.
take your class. In Florida, it's about 1 month. In California, it took me 3 months. And then you go to the state exam. And the state exam, you have to pass. I think it's 100 question or 150, and you need to get 75%. But once you pass, then the challenge begin. Then you have to figure out what to do next.
So, what did you do next? How did you end up becoming successful?
So I joined the company in the beginning, and I joined a guy that worked in the company. He was kind of like not my mentor, but he helped me to understand how the process is, and we worked together. And then I went on my own, and I left to a different company with more training because they offer a lot of classes. And I always tell people, nobody tell you what to do. So either join a team or join a company that will provide training. And then 2 years later, or a year and a half later, Jason approached me, and the brokerage community is very small. Everybody knows each other, and he asked if I want to join his company. And I loved the fact that it's very small, and I love his marketing and the way he's put attention to details. And I joined the Oppenheim Group.
And if you hadn't have done that, then you wouldn't have been on Selling Sunset and where you are today. So what a brilliant move as well. So you're originally from Israel. What was your journey to America? How did you end up there?
Good question. No, at the time I was in a relationship with someone from Los Angeles, and that's the reason I actually moved to LA. And when the relationship was over, I was debating, what do I do? Do I go back home? Do I stay here and try to make a life for myself? Because I didn't feel like I was maximizing my potential abilities. I felt like, in a way, going back home, it's failing. So that's when I took my real estate license, and I decided to just stay and do it. And I'm glad I did.
I bet you are glad you did. So, on one of the episodes, you mentioned about you really want to have a family life, which you have now got, as well as being a successful businesswoman. I mean, how do you balance the two?
Yeah, it's hard, like now I started to do showings back in Miami. I just had my baby last month. Now I have help because my parents-in-law are here. So that's very, very helpful. Actually, after we finish this interview, I have to run for like 5 showings. But once they leave, then I have to figure out what do I do. So do I only show on the weekends? Do I get maybe someone part-time to come for a couple of hours, maybe twice a week, 3 times a week, just to help me while I'm, out and about working? I love, real estate, and I don't see myself just staying home with the kids, with the babies. I like to have my own job and my own life. But I also want to be very involved with my kids' life. So I guess it's like the sweet balance because real estate is flexible and you can set technically your own schedule. Definitely, try to be available for my client as much as I can. But, if I give my kid a bath or I feed my baby, then that takes priority. So I'm still trying to figure out how to balance everything.
No, it seems like you're doing a very good job. You mentioned about Miami. Are you still traveling between Miami and LA?
Now I'm back in Miami and I'm going to stay for a while. We already shoot season 3 that's coming out less than 2 months. I do not know what's going on with season 4, what's the deal, with the whole COVID and production. And then I have some serious thinking to do because, my house is here, my husband is here, and now I have 2 kids. So it's not going to be that easy for me to just, be in LA for a couple of months. And, my family and relationship takes priority. So we'll see. And that's something that we're going to talk about also on season 3.
Okay, what else can we expect to see in season 3?
So, I'm sure maybe whoever watched this, the podcast, watch the teaser maybe, because we have a teaser for season 3. So we do have, unfortunately, divorce, which none of us expected. So that's going to be covered, in most of the episodes. And we have a wedding, so a crazy wedding, fun wedding. So that's going to be cool. We have obviously real estate and me debating what do I do? Do I stay, just in Miami and focus on my own thing, or do I still try to bounce back and forth?
I can honestly say that I personally can't wait. I know loads of my friends can't wait as well. So,
Thank you.
one question I have got for you is, since becoming a reality TV star, have you noticed a change? I mean, in England, when someone becomes a reality TV star, all of a sudden their privacy's gone, everyone knows who they are. Have you noticed any difference?
I do get recognized on the street for sure, and people approach me all the time. But now I'm walking in the street with masks, so it's a different situation now. So maybe I'm not going out and about as I would do, in any other situation. But still with mask, people recognize me, so that's actually flattering. It means I don't look that different. Uh, but yeah, people approach me all the time. But hopefully it will help with business. That's the goal for me. And all these companies are interested in doing endorsements, on Instagram and social media. So that could give me maybe opportunity to expand and do stuff besides real estate, which I'm, exploring at the moment. On
Which
top of real estate.
which then I suppose would be good, because if you're doing stuff like that, then you'll probably be at home more with the little ones.
Exactly, exactly. So we'll see. I mean, I still love real estate and I'm going to do it no matter what because that's my passion. But it's nice to have options.
Yeah, definitely. So finally, I just have 10 very quick questions. So, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, first question is pool or beach?
Beach.
LA or Miami?
At this moment, I want to say Miami because I love the beach in Miami.
Very true. Most expensive house you've ever sold?
7 million.
Wow.
That US dollar. Yeah.
What's your favourite fashion look when you're out selling houses?
So basic, like you see in the show, jeans, cute shirt, and high heels. I
Very,
usually wear Zara, very basic.
yeah, I like Zara, it's nice. Sweet or savoury food?
Oh, sweet, sweet for sure.
Your favourite memory?
My favorite memory? Giving birth.
Okay. One word to describe yourself.
Honest.
Property development or sales?
I would say property development.
House or apartment?
House.
And one bit of advice you would give someone striving to be successful?
I think put your mind into it and be positive. It's very easy to give up. So consistency, positivity, and hard work.
Thank you very much for your time.
No problem. Thank you for having me. And
Now, I hope you all enjoyed that interview with Maya. I know what stood out for me is when Maya could have taken the easy option after moving to America to then move back to Israel. Instead, she stayed in America, she kept going, and she became successful. And that's an important message for all of us to take from this, is even though things come our way in life and can create hurdles, keep going, don't take that step back, and eventually you'll get to exactly where you want to be. Now, you can follow Maya on social media here. The new season for Selling Sunset will also be out on the 7th of August, so make sure that you head over to Netflix to watch that. Now, if you have someone that inspires you, comment below. I'm always so intrigued to find out who others find inspirational. Likewise, if you have an inspirational story to tell, comment below, drop me a message on social media, or even drop me an email. On Wednesday at 5 o'clock, I'll be speaking with one of the top cosmetic surgeons, Dr. Raj, to find out exactly why people get treatments and his journey in becoming such a successful doctor. Don't forget to hit subscribe, and I'll speak to you all on Wednesday. See you later.